going to start with the sugar. And then we are going to add our eggs. This is just a basic vanilla cake recipe. Let them incorporate a couple at a time. I would say keep it on low until you have all your eggs in. And then you're going to beat until about on medium, until it's light and fluffy. And as you can see, the mixture is fluffing up quite nicely. Once you have that done and the eggs are incorporated, I like to turn my blender off. And at this point, I'm going to start to add my other ingredients. We have our flour. Turn it on low. And you're going to want to incorporate your dry ingredient, wet ingredient, about a third at a time. And I just mix it in nice and slow. For the wet ingredient, I put in a little bit of milk and a little bit of oil. Sometimes I use butter instead of oil, but your ratio has to be at least more than half of what your oil is. So I'm using oil today. A little bit of baking soda. Bit of salt and a little bit of vanilla, and you just continue to incorporate these as you go, and you'll have a nice vanilla cake. I generally just do this in one batch, but I am doing a double batch this morning because I have a few cakes I need to get done. So I thought I would share. Not all cakes come from a box. And this is going to get to be quite a bit of cake in this mixer. But like I said, I had to do a double this morning because of the amount of cakes and cupcakes I have going out this weekend. A little more baking soda, salt, vanilla. I'm just going to go ahead and add all my vanilla. And a lot of times I add more vanilla than what the recipe may call for. And this is my own version of a couple of recipes that I've used in the past. So, like I said, just incorporate a little bit at a time. And continue to mix. Tell it's getting to a point where it's coming to the top of my bowl, and that's okay. It's still incorporating. We'll give it a little push here. Turn it back down. You never want to put your flour in whenever the blender is on high. Have I done that? Yes. Same as the powdered sugar. When I'm making frosting, I will put in the powdered sugar sometimes and forget to turn the speed down, and bam, I have a flour disaster. or a sugar disaster all over my floor and all over me. So as you can see, this is coming along quite nicely. One more batch of dry and wet, and we should be good to go. I've got my oven preheating at 350. I have my pan already floured and ready to go, so that when this is completely mixed, I can just put it in and stick it in the oven. Alright, see, I almost did it. I almost put the flour in with it up a little higher. Thank goodness there's not that much flour left. Okay. And in with the rest of the wet ingredients. Generally, I put the dry ingredients in last, but it's early morning and I was not thinking. However, baking is a science. So, sometimes things work out, sometimes they don't. And look, all the way, the bowl is filled to the brim. But I'm going to give it a good mix. Get everything incorporated. And we should be ready to go in the oven. Just a small little cleanup. And I didn't open a box. I didn't tear a bag. Well, maybe, except for the flour and the sugar. And as you can tell, it took less than 10 minutes to get this all put together. And I'll scrape down the bottom of the bowl to make sure everything in the bottom is incorporated. That should do. We don't want to put too many air bubbles in there because then you're going to have holes in your cake when it bakes. Let's give it a good stir. Good stir. I'm going to move this and hopefully not make a mess. And then I'm going to take my spatula and just incorporate everything in the bottom to make sure you get all those little bits of flour and sugar that may have stuck. All right, everyone. We are ready for the oven. Like I said, preheat your oven to 350. And you're going to want to bake this since it's a double batch. You're going to want to bake it about 45 minutes or until you stick a toothpick in and it comes out clean. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.